All right, now as we approach the lake house, you kind of want to be in trolling speed, or just barely having the throttle in forward position, a couple hundred yards away from the lake house. You don't want to come in too hot. Now, one thing to be aware of is when you're going slow, the steering inputs are a bit delayed. So if you're trying to change a direction to align yourself properly, just note that it might be a second or two delay from when the boat will actually recognize your steering input. So here we are approaching. Again, we're going maybe 10 miles an hour, if that. When you get to about 100 feet away, you want to bring it all the way back on the throttle and just kind of barely coast in there. Again, you can see the steering input is delayed, so it will be difficult. This is the hardest part of boating. The wind isn't helping either. So again, we got to point our nose right in there, and right about here is where you want to shove it into neutral, and you can try to coast in. At this point, it's also important to remember that reverse is essentially your brake. So if you're going too far in here and you need to back up, when you need to put the brakes on, just throw it in reverse real quick, and that will stop you. So again, we're just kind of slowly approaching here. We're throwing in reverse to make sure that we're properly aligned with the lifting pads. So sometimes you have to just back out and try again. So we put it in forward gear. We're approaching. Brett threw it into neutral. You can see we're right above the pads here. You might need someone to grab on to these real quick. At this point, the boat should be in neutral, and you can turn it off right here, and the four of you can just grab on to some of these railings and these posts and align yourself properly. All right, so once the boat is in relatively good position and the motor's turned off, again, this is about how far forward the nose of the boat should be. You want it roughly above that little hanging ball. And then we'll do the same thing with the pump. We'll put a hand against the motor so that it catches. And for about 20 seconds, we'll raise it up. Be careful not to let your arm scrape against the pulley. That hurts. We know from experience. So as we're raising the boat, you'll see that if I tug on it, the boat's not moving in the water. That's when you know you're good.